Obviously, to actually get the ball rolling, you're going to need to actually open your Amazon seller account. Obviously very important. And to do this, firstly, I want to advise you to actually sign up and get yourself a brand new email address specifically for Amazon, okay? Specifically for your FBA business. The reason for this is because you're going to actually receive so many emails from Amazon regarding various different things, such as all of the sales that you're going to make when you start to build your inventory. You're going to get a notification each and every time you make a sale. You're going to get notifications when your shipments get processed by Amazon. You're going to get notifications when you buy products from online suppliers. Okay, so there's basically loads and loads of different notifications that you're going to receive. And for me, I made a mistake with this, and I actually opened up my Seller Central account using my personal email address right at the beginning. Obviously, I had no idea what I was doing, and I soon started to realise that everything is getting mixed up with my personal emails, and it was very hard to keep track of everything. Okay, and not only that, but as you do progress and you do start to build this business, you are going to want to start outsourcing, different tasks within your business. And by having that separate email address specifically for Amazon, this allows you to actually, give that email address to your virtual assistants in the knowledge that the only information on it is actually related to your Amazon business. Okay, so you're not going to give away any personal information or things like that. So if you ever do need to actually give your email address to a virtual assistant, then you want it to be a secure one that's purely related for your Amazon account. Okay, so to do that, I would advise you to just go onto Google, and then you can go on Gmail, and you can actually then create your own email address. And I'm not going to show you how to do that. I'm sure you're more than capable of doing that. You can obviously use Gmail or Outlook or anything really, so just choose one. I always like to use Google purely for the fact that you can use the Google Drive that's related to that account then, and then any information related to your Amazon business, such as training videos, such as spreadsheets, etc. It can all be stored underneath that Gmail address in the Google Drive, okay? So that's why I would advise for a Gmail. So that's that done. Now the next thing that I want to just advise you to do and seriously consider, and that is to actually log on to the HMRC website, and register for a UTR number. Okay, so that means that you are actually registering as a self-employed person, and you want to be doing that so that HMRC actually send you a UTR number through the post, and this can take a couple of weeks to come through. The reason for this is because at some point you're obviously coming into this very, very seriously, and you are coming into this expecting to build a business, okay? Meaning that you are selling products to make a profit. So in theory, you are creating a business, okay? So you want to take everything seriously, and because you are actually building a business, you want to start, straight away as you mean to go on, and you want to register for that UTR number so that you can start to track your sales, track your profits, etc. And then should your profits or turnover even exceed the amount that requires for you to actually fill out a tax return, then you've got everything there set up and very organized, okay? And not only that, but Amazon also will put a hold on your account at some point once you turn over 15,000 euros. And I know that doesn't sound possible right now because you're just starting, and it may seem quite far off, but believe me, if you start to source inventory as quickly as I'm expecting you to, and I know that every person that's come into this course is dedicated, committed to actually building that inventory, because that was the criteria for coming into this course. I know that you will hit that €15,000 in no time, whether that be 3 months' time, 1 month time, 6 months' time. You're going to hit it, and when you do hit it, Amazon are going to pause your account while they actually request for the UTR number and your business information, and that can take up to 3 weeks. So you could, in effect, have your Amazon account shut down for 3 weeks, and by that point you will have inventory obviously stored in Amazon's warehouse, and 3 weeks is a long time to have that sitting there, and it can also take a little bit longer in some cases. So you don't want inventory tied up in Amazon's warehouse when you're not able to sell, okay? So my advice is for you to register with the HMRC immediately so you can get started straight away in the right way. And at some point you're going to have to do it anyway if you're looking to see the results that I think that you're looking for. Okay, so that is that one out the way. And you can log on to the HMRC website and just search for register for and file your self-assessment tax return. And then if you click on register if you're self-employed, it's going to show you what you need to do. Okay, so that is that. So let's get into opening your Amazon Seller Central account. Okay, so if you actually log on to amazon.co.uk and you click on sell, you'll be brought to this screen. If I just scroll down, you can see that it costs £25 per month, excluding VAT. So it's actually more than that, okay? So you're probably looking around £30, okay? Now, to begin with, I would advise that you untick this here, selling all European marketplaces automatically. The reason for that is because it can become very confusing when you start to list your products, you start to source those products. You will start to receive sales in France and Germany and Italy and Spain, and your pricing won't be set up correctly, okay? Because obviously these actually charge higher fees, etc. So I would advise for you to untick this just for the time being until you get everything set up and you get used to the UK market. So I'm going to untick that and click on Start Selling. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to be taken to this screen here where it says create an account. So then you would type in your name. So I'll just put in the Famous Joe Blogs, like so. And then you're going to be asked to put in an email address. And this again is where you're going to use that brand new email address specific for Amazon. Okay, so I'll just type anything there. Well, it's going to be Gmail. If you follow my advice. Okay. Password. You want to be creating a password that you're going to remember, obviously. And again. And then it's just going to ask you to enter the characters that you see. So you do that. It's all very simple really to actually get this up and running. So then you click next. And then you're going to have to select where your business is located. So you would scroll down to the UK or wherever you are. Maybe you're from somewhere else in Europe. So you'd select that country. What is the type of business you have? Okay, now this is where I would personally try and start up as a business and start as you mean to go on. Okay, but I'm going to advise that you speak to an accountant with regards to what entity type you actually set your business up as. So you would need to speak to an accountant and get the advice of whether they feel that you should be setting up as a sole trader, sole proprietor, or a limited company, etc. And obviously I can't give that kind of advice. But what I will say is that once you actually set up that legal entity, you can't change it, okay? it's very, very, very difficult to actually get it changed. So if you set up as a sole trader and then in the future you wish to change to a limited company, it's very, very difficult to actually get that done, okay? And I have known people to have to actually create a brand new seller account and have all of the products that are in their original account shipped back to their address, and then they needed to, send in all the correct documents, etc., for the change in legal entity, and then they obviously needed to then ship all the products back into Amazon to, the brand new account that relates to the new legal entity. So, make sure you have a good think about how you wish to proceed with that, and choose the correct one. So I'm going for now just click on UK sole proprietor, and then you'd put in your business name, so whatever that is. So again, for me, it is my name, so you put in whatever it is, okay, and then agree and continue. And I must say that this has changed since I've actually created an account, so all this is new for me here. And then you wait, okay, and it brings you up with this information here. And this is where it's going to actually ask you for the UTR number, and this is where, contacting HMRC right off the bat is going to help you, because you're going to be able to fill that in straight away when you come to do this, and there'll be no delay. So just put in your UTR number, and then you're going to click on this box here. This business is registered with the HM Revenue and Customs, and then it should ask you for the date that it was registered. Well, it did for me anyway, but it looks like that's all that they need. So then you can scroll down and you can fill out your registered business address, and then once you've done that, this here is a very, very important step just here, and this is your Amazon display name. Now your Amazon display name is going to be very important. Now you can actually change this display name, okay, once you log into your Seller Central. So it's not set in stone once you actually think of one here, but I would advise you to have a think about creating your Amazon display name in such a way that looks very, very professional. You do not want to be creating a name that sounds like something that you'd get off eBay. And no disrespect to eBay, but you don't want things such as Bob's Bargains or Grandma's Attic or whatever it is, Bits and Bobs and things. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. You want something that sounds very, very professional, to give your customers confidence in buying from you. The more professional you sound, the more established you sound, the more chance of them clicking on your particular product to buy. Okay, so once you've done that, you would click on Save and Continue. I'm going to click on Skip Step, and you're taken to Provide Charge Information. This is your bank account information, whereby Amazon are going to charge you for selling on Amazon. Okay, so all of the fees that are related to selling on Amazon, this is where it's going to come from. So you need to be putting in the bank account, whichever relates to the account that you want to be charged by Amazon for. So once you've done that, you'd click on Save and Continue, and I'm going to click on this. Okay, and then you're taken to a phone verification screen, and for this you are going to be sent a verification code, and you can either have it sent to you via a phone call or a text message. And once you click on Call Me, if you choose to have them phone you, if you call me, then they're going to actually phone you on an automated message, and don't worry, you're not going to have to speak to anyone or anything, and then they're going to literally tell you the verification code. And again, if you click on Send Me a Text Message, they will text you the verification code, and then you can see once you've done all this, you would go on to verify your PIN. You would actually enter the code that they've sent to you, and then once that has been confirmed, you're going to be taken straight to your Amazon Seller Central account, where you're going to see your seller account all there, open, ready to go, ready to find those products and ready to get those products sent into Amazon's warehouse. So that is exactly what you need to do to open up an Amazon seller account. And I'll just show you what the Amazon Seller Central back office looks like. Once you have opened up your account, this is exactly what it looks like. Now I know that it might look quite daunting to you right now, but do not worry. I'm going to give you an overview of everything that you need to actually be using. And that is it for this lesson, and I literally can't wait to see you actually start sourcing those products, getting them sent into Amazon and watching those sales come in. I'm so excited to actually see you begin this journey, and I can't wait to see all the products that you start to source and all of your results.